find it to say? To start. This is yet another red letter day for the national capital. As a citizen of this city, I deem it a pleasure to be here today to inaugurate the Vishwavidyalaya Kashmiri Gate underground section of the Delhi Metro. I believe this is the biggest infrastructure project executed in Delhi in recent times. I hope the Delhi Metro will make life more livable for all our citizens in this mega city and that it will inspire us all to think big about the future of this city and the future of our country. For me, this is a sentimental moment. I have spent many hours of my life traveling on these roads below which this metro rail will now run, sitting in a bus like so many of our fellow citizens on my way to work. As a member of the faculty of Delhi University, I recall commuting by public transport to work. At that time, Delhi was not as big and crowded as it has now become. It was easier to commute by public transport and my family, and I did so without too much difficulty. However, over the years, this city has grown at a faster pace than the public transport infrastructure than the government and the city's authorities have been able to provide. Today, I believe it is a nightmare for many to commute, be it by personal transport or public. Indeed, the inadequate provisioning of public transportation has further contributed to the congestion caused by private transport. I am convinced that India's cities cannot continue to develop in the manner in which they have done over the past few decades. We have to develop a public infrastructure. We have to invest in public transport, in roads with space for bicycles and pedestrians, in sanitation and public parks. Our cities have to become more livable and more people friendly. We have to take steps to enable people who work in the city to be able to live away from it. This can only be made possible with rapid public transport. We cannot force people to become dependent on costly private transportation. This will not only increase many consumption and discriminate against those who cannot afford private transport but will also contribute to overcrowding of our roads and to air and noise pollution. I am therefore convinced that for the India of the 21st century, we need world class public transport, and urban public transport is truly a major national priority. It is not only environment friendly and people friendly, but will also reduce our national dependence on imported energy. Our government proposes to launch a national urban renewal mission, and we will ensure that public transport and public amenities for the people, particularly the weaker sections of our society, receive special attention in this plan. I am truly impressed by the quality of the new infrastructure we have built here today. I congratulate Sridharan and all his colleagues. They have set an example for all of us to follow that India can do it howsoever difficult the task. This is an attitude which should inspire all of us in place of the chalta hai attitude. I do hope that other cities will learn from the experience and the example of Delhi Metro and that we can replicate this model elsewhere. Having just traveled on Delhi Metro, I do think we now have a service that can compete with the best in the world, and as a nation, we must have the ambition to compete with the very best in the world. We cannot be satisfied with the status quo or the way things have been run in the past. To ensure this, every one of us who uses this service must make sure that it is maintained well and runs efficiently. I am sure the citizens of Delhi will greatly value and cherish this new service now at their disposal. It was Indrajis who was first took steps to modernize Delhi's infrastructure. I know that Srimati Sonia Gandhi would like to see new steps being taken today so that this city is ready to host the Commonwealth Games in 2010 and hopefully the Olympics in 2016. I am sure that this city will rise to the occasion and meet the challenge that lies ahead. I am happy to note that this project has given special attention to the Indianization of some advanced technological systems that have gone into it. This is a good step as it will not only help in reducing our dependence on import of coaches but would also help us to manufacture them at a reduced cost to meet our future needs stuff.